Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Davisul Guta and I'm here going to talk about my argument. This house believe that individuals should actively decenter the influence of beauty in affecting their assessment on other people. In every corner of our society, from the schoolyard to the boardroom, beauty remains unspoken yet powerful currency. It shapes how we treat others, who we listen, who we respect, and who we reward. And yet, despite its dominance, beauty is perhaps the most arbitrary standard of judgment we have. It is culturally constructed, often exclusionary, and rarely indicative of someone's worth. Let's be clear on what we mean. This motion does not ask people to pretend beauty doesn't exist. We all recognize that humans are visual creatures and that attraction and aesthetic preference are natural. What we advocate is deliberately effort by individuals to become aware of how much beauty biases their perception. The subject of this motion is individual behavior, not institution, not government, not policies, but by the way, and I form opinions about people we met, work, or see online. And first, to prove that beauty exerts an undue and often subconscious influence on our assessment, to demonstrate that this influence leads to harm to individual and social progress, to show that actively decentering beauty is not only possible but beneficial and desirable. Our mechanism is simple. Through increased awareness, education, and social modeling, we encourage individuals to reflect on their bias and prioritize substance over surface. We want a world where worth is measured by integrity, empathy, and action, not bone structure. So we know the opposition might argue that attraction is natural and that beauty helps from form of connection. That's fine, but this motion doesn't ban beauty. It just removes its centrality in how we assess someone's value. This is also not about aesthetic in art, fashion, or design. Those are domains where beauty has inherent value. We're talking about interpersonal assessment, who gets hired, who get believed, who get loved, and who get a seat at the table. And finally, we're not calling for perfection, we're calling for progress. Just as we learn to resist sexism or racist bias, we can learn to resist lookism, the belief that looks determine worth. Let's begin with what is perhaps the most direct consequence of beauty bias. It leads to unfair, inaccurate assessment. In hiring, attractive candidates are more likely to be selected even when qualifications are equal in school. Attractive students are perceived as smarter and more capable in courtroom. In courtroom, attractive defendants receive a lighter sentence. In politics, attractive leaders are seen as most trustworthy and persuasive. Even in our personal life, we tend to favor good-looking friends, listen more attentively to attractive speakers, and give the benefit to the people who fit the mold. And why it is unjust? This isn't just about who get complimented. It's about access to opportunity, justice, and recognition. People who don't meet conventional beauty standards are unfairly dismissed, underestimated, or even punished, not because they are less capable, but because they don't trigger the same subconscious positive association. And then, this is a massive problem. Beauty bias is global, cross-cultural, and deeply ingrained. But precisely because of that, its reversal to active resistance could dramatically improve the fairness of how people are treated across all area of life. Beyond distorting judgment, the centrality of beauty creates a deep emotional and social harm, especially for those who are excluded by narrow beauty standards. Let's be honest, most people, including the beautiful, suffer from the feeling that not beautiful enough. That's because the standard is a moving target. It's wide in many cultures, it's thin but curvy in specific way. It's young, airbrushed, flawless, and expensive. And for men, it's muscular, tall, and masculine. So their standards are designed to be exclusive and are constantly reinforced by Instagram filter, fashion ads, and influencer culture. Psychological toll. What happens when people don't meet these ideals? They internalize shame. They develop body dysmorphia, and then they suffer from eating disorder and anxiety, depression. Younger start dieting before puberty, boys on steroid in their teens. Even confident, accomplished people spend hours and dollars trying to fix themselves, not because they lack of value, but because the world keeps telling them they do. Outside the mental health domain, there's also invisibility. people deemed unattractive are often left our are often left out of friends group, leadership roles, and romantic consideration. They are sinless, hurtless, and valueless. So when we decenter beauty, we liberate people. We teach them that they matter as they are. So beauty is not evil, admiring is not wrong, but letting the govern an assessment of other people, letting it decide who deserves love, job, safety, or power is, we believe that a just and a healthy society must be one where people are seen for who they are, not how they look. That is not only possible, it is necessary. And it begins with us, choosing every day to look deeper, to assess better, and to value what truly matters. This is why we are proud to propose this motion. Thank you.